2015. Man.
I was like, wait.
It's a throwback.
Throwback to like an ancient time. And it's very different than, obviously for a good reason. It's very different than what it was then.
Yeah.
But, obviously it improved. There's just this, but I still think back then it was amazing. There was a lot more creative freedom, I felt, with the DJ system they had. Actually, it wasn't really even a DJ system. It was more of I don't even know how to describe it. I guess it was more of a it was just more of a like create your own music and play around with different notes type of feel, as opposed to what it is now, which is an actual DJ, throw a track in, change the pitch, noise, low pass, high pass.
I'm so stoked for that.
No, there we go.
Right, looks like it's ready.
Begin.
This thing. Yeah, so Stone Fox has comments. You can pull them up there. I have my computer set up too.
I'll do it here.
Right.
And hopefully I don't kill the internet. Okay, this intro though.
I'm already immersed.
This intro though is so trippy.
Yeah, I'm already tripped.
No, it's gonna get trippier.
If I post a link in the chat, it'll block it out, right?
Yeah, you can post it like with a like a space or something, or I can post it if you have it somewhere.
Let me send it over to you.
Yo, what just happened?
It's FusedVR 360, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me send it to you.
Okay. I should be able to find it.
What is on me?
There's something on you.
I have a chest.
Oh yeah, you have a chest.
Okay.
Let me maximize this for the audience. Alright, so this. Okay. For anyone who wants to see what the SVVR Studio looks like in 360, here it is. Here's the link. Oh yeah, I that's my avatar. So it is hooked up to the internet. Yeah, I chose the line. Yeah, okay, so this intro is so trippy. It's like, trippy doesn't even describe it, honestly. It kind of got me a little motion sick, actually. I don't even know what was going on.
Serious frame issues.
Oh, yeah. I would believe that.
Whoa.
It's like, so for those who don't know, this is made by Kabibo. He's like a serious, like...
I was about to say...
It looks like Blarp.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that's exactly what it looks like. It's
Where are you?
Where am I?
Yeah, how far can I reach forward?
Yeah, like you're good.
I can just go all the way forward?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so
that was interesting.
It is super trippy. That intro is weird. I will be honest. Alright. That actually
And I sent you a link on Facebook.
I already posted it.
Social lobby.
I think, right? Let me know if that works for you. Yeah, so don't go to the social lobby, go to the right. Yeah, go through that stairway.
Through that stairway?
Yeah.
Whoa, I like the style of this.
Yeah, it's kind of like a hidden area, like to actually like practice.
Go up to the question?
Yep. It's the tutorial. Nice.
Oh.
No.
Awkward.
I think you should come back. There it is. Yeah. They tested that.
Yeah, Z kills.
Yeah, this is a free Steam early access. I don't know if they're planning to charge in the future, but yeah. And now if you hit play, I want to hear. Hopefully the audio is going through. Oh yeah, I can hear what's going on.
There's another one.
Yeah. And then yeah, like an actual DJ booth. You can you can switch it back, crossfade. That all works.
Oh wow, that's sick.
And yeah, you can play.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's the noise. That it took me a little bit to actually get used to it, but
This is incredible. That was decently timed.
Yeah.
Oh, there are more.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it stylizes the world too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm destroying the green screen right now.
There should be more tracks now behind you, also, or not. There might be another. Oh yeah, look up.
Whoa.
Yeah, and now you can have fun.
This is pretty sick. Wow.
That one, the knobs are kind of hard to use. I will say that.
Oh, I think I have controllers wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, knobs are rough. Oh, you twist.
Yeah, you twist, but it's not that intuitive, right?
Yeah.
You can change the low pass, mid pass, high pass. The gain.
Oh, well, I'm not even using that one. So.
Oh yeah, you're on deck B, anyways. You can change the that's volume. Crossfade. You can change the scene. You should have more tracks now behind you.
What's up?
There should be more tracks now behind you.
Whoa.
Surprise!
Oh my gosh. Do I know any of these?
I think I knew one. Actually, no, that's a lie. I don't think I knew any of them.
Yeah, I don't think I know any of these either.
But they're all good. You have to take it off and then put it back. It's also kind of fun to just like toss them off into space. Hit play. And so another I love this detail about it. I don't know if you noticed, but look at one of those discs spinning. You see that white line there?
That's the sound?
That's the sound.
That's pretty cool.
It's a very subtle detail, but like it's great. Like I was like, oh, this is where it's gonna be in the song.
Yeah.
And like how that works. So you can add some like. There you go. It's.
I love this. The air
Way this,
horn.
yeah. Boop, boop, boom. All right.
Oh.
You're not playing it.
Oh.
I think
That's when the whole dance floor stops. And
Yeah, you're like,
murder.
DJ, what are you doing? One thing I'll also share is teleport over to the next.
Wait. Gotta check this song.
All right.
Oh, this needs a different. We need a different scene.
Yeah, change
Oh,
that.
yeah, that works.
Teleport over to the booth on your right.
Dude, I'm having too much fun. I don't want to do it.
No, do it.
I don't want to do it.
Do it.
No.
It'll be trippier. It's worth doing.
Fine.
Yeah, teleport to that one. All right, so you got some knobs there.
Oh, that's sick.
See, it's worth it. I
Yeah.
told you.
Fine.
Oh, you can. I didn't even realize you could change scenes there. Oh God, let the trippiness begin.
Yeah.
I think my favorite one is the one with the spirals. Not this one.
Spirals?
Not this one. Nope. Yeah, this one. This one's like so
Whoa,
trippy.
Oh my gosh.
This is so trippy. It's great.
Awesome.
I wish the 360 could
Oh my
capture this. That would be
God.
so epic.
That'd be great.
I know, right? Oh, they just like
Wow.
this is all compute shaders. I mean, I'll break it down for people. This is all compute shaders. You're changing a slider on that compute shader, and Kabibo does just amazing. Like, and it's performant because it runs on the GPU because it's a shader, and beautiful. That's the only word I can say to this. It's like they were right to hire Kabibo for this because like music and trippy graphic shaders just go together.
I'm like losing it.
I know, right? I didn't even know you could change the color also.
I don't know. This moves. I think.
Oh, maybe not. I don't know how that works. Oh.
Oh my god.
Let the party begin.
Dude. You could get like seizures from this.
Yeah, you probably could. Kind of reminds me of the banned episode of Pokemon. And if you don't know what that is, actually no, probably don't Google it. Actually, maybe you can. The videos slow it down, so it's not horrible, but it could get there. I could see it get there. Oh my god.
Oh.
I'm kind of tempted to just leave this in after the stream. It's so epic.
Wow. Dude, you're gonna have to pull me out of this.
I know, right? And this isn't even like, you can go into a social lobby and I think play with this stuff also, which is just so cool. But I wanted to show it here because you can
I think this
play with it without
this
distraction.
Is gonna be new favorite VR demo.
I know, right? Dude, there's a reason they got millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And it's just like, they did a good job. They did a good job like a year and a half ago. They did a great job for this demo that they released. So props to that team. If you had to choose favorite VR experience, this is up there for sure. And the best part is it's free. Like, that's the trippiest part about this. And it's like, yeah, anyone can try this out. Anyone can go in that social play area. Yeah.
Wow.
I told you you had to.
Can't compare to that.
There you quote of the year right there. The world can't compare to that. That's deep. Yeah.
Wow, how long was that?
I think I tried this
10
before the FusedVR meetup on Thursday when it came out, and I was like, I really don't want to go there right now. I'm just like, this is so good.
Whoa.
I would have understood.
Yeah. I think I blew Hassan's mind right now,
Yeah,
so
I'm recovering.
we'll see. We'll let him recover a bit from that for right now.
So good.
Yeah. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
All right. So with that break out of the way, that was a good solid 10
Yeah,
minutes
yeah,
of fun.
Felt like 1 minute.
Yeah, I think I was stuck in there for like 30 minutes. I didn't want to leave, and was just like, oh, so good, so good. All right, so I'm gonna go through the chat now. I was having a lot of fun just like listening to that and having a lot of fun. What I want to do, I have the chat open here. Unfortunately, can I pull this out? Pop out chat. Okay, perfect. This is what I want. Is I just want to maximize this. So you don't have to look at that. What I'd want to see here. I know StoneFox was saying stuff. Oh, great. YouTube's already cutting stuff off that I don't want to do. No. Wait. No, let me see the. Oh. So I remember. Okay, let me restore this chat so that I can see what StoneFox said, because I know he was talking about interact use. That's what he wanted me to use. And you can scroll and grab it when idle is on. Okay, cool. So I'm assuming StoneFox wanted me to use, yeah, there we go, interact use. And let's give that a shot. Hopefully that fixes things. And he was also saying you don't have to use events. I added my own, but yeah, inheritance, yeah, unfortunately if I don't see the inheritance, I'm just like, what is going on? And it's called interact use. Do I have to assign anything? No. And then, in theory, according to this, I should be able to go to our grab event, replace this with interactable object used. And go back here. Do I need to change anything? Oh, I can, okay, let's go ahead and go to swap size, turn back the rotation. This is gonna be a good test. Turn off grabbable on our interactable object. So I guess on the avatar here, just, no, I'm gonna keep that off. Turn off is grabbable, turn on is usable. We don't wanna grab it. Oh wait, sorry, I attached this to the wrong thing. Let's remove that. On the avatar, let's add interact use. And that, perfect, I think. That should be attached to this, so it should know what the interactable object is. Let me go ahead and hit apply. And now let's test. Make sure that this actually works. Because if it doesn't, we got problems. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm wondering if YouTube's going to flag me for throwing the Waves music on there. I don't know if it's video ready, but if we delete it, it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
We'll find out. All right. Grab. All right, that is not firing. Stonefox out. No, there are errors. Okay. No model container can be found. Have you selected about? Okay, so we need to re-enable that apparently. Let's auto-populate. Change this to. Oh, there's Daydream support now. That's legit. Let's try this again. Using the, why is there no more? You selected a Valor controller SDK and SDK if you're unsure. Just gonna touch and select controller SDK I have. I thought I had. Oculus VR, change this. Touch to it in edit mode. I don't think that's firing anymore. Let's see. SteamVR, save. Let's try this again. No, still nothing. Where's the error coming from? That's what I want to know. Controller actions.
You see the Stonefox?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to fix right now. So we have interact grab. Interact touch is here. We're not doing a custom rigid body. Well, maybe we should actually. Oh wait, why is interact touch on here? I don't want interact touch on here. Let me remove that. No, I do, sorry. I do want interact touch on there.
Stonefox says put VRTK interact use on the controller.
That's on here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, on the controller.
Yeah, on the controller alias object and VRTK.
Interact use. Alright. Wait, so that event fires from. Huh. Interesting. And then I don't need it here, is what I'm assuming. I can get rid of these guys. I think. And then on, let's remove Bezier pointer. Controller, was it this? Does this need models? Model paths? That would be interesting. Let's hit play, see if that fixes things. No errors, that's a promising. Check. Alright. Okay, there we go. Cool. That works. So it's based on trigger. So interact to use is based on trigger. Got it. And so now in theory, let me spawn. Yeah, okay, awesome. And so that is using rotation 2, which is nice. So actually, if I go ahead, let me spawn something really quick. Or actually, I can just rotate any of these. Right now, we're not changing the rotation to anything, which is fine. We can if we want. Let's not the plane. We can rotate the plane, but we're not going to teleport to the plane. let's rotate this avatar. Oh, okay, not like that. Maybe like so. One of these guys should be, so you are, so I grabbed one of them that's like that. In theory, I should rotate. Yep, perfect. So rotations are working. And everything should be hunky-dory. I think. So yeah, so like, obviously, I think in the game view you can see, when I do the rotated one, I now rotate according to that, based on whatever that forward direction is. I don't know why it's complaining, but it was working. So I will take a working code any day. Awesome. Yeah, let me pull up the chat now. I didn't actually get a chance to look at it and see what are suggestions, thoughts people are looking at, or considering.
One guy, forgot his name, totally blanking right now, but he wanted to do an animated scaling or maybe some sort of transition rather than just
instant. All right, we can do that.
Yeah, and then StoneFox just pop it in with a bunch of VRTK input.
All right, cool. VRTK. It's kind of helpful to have the master of VRTK guiding us. That's for sure. I can dig in as much as I can, but obviously, I don't know everything. Can you try climbing? In this one? Yeah. Or climbing. We have a tutorial on climbing, but we can add climbing to this. That's for sure. That's not too bad. Let me go ahead first and add the scene transition, or the scale transition. That's actually pretty easy to do. It's based on this method right here. What we're gonna do, enumerator. I'm gonna use a coroutine. So coroutines are very interesting in the sense that they're like threads, but they're not threads. And that's like honestly the best way to explain it. If you don't know what a thread is, it's basically running something in a parallel process. Coroutines do something similar, except it's running on the same thread every frame or whenever it needs to get called, and it does that, which is interesting. So animated transition. So I'm just going to, let's specify a time parameter. I'll make that public for now. Public float transition time equals, let's do 2 seconds for now. Obviously we can change that in our editor just to play around with it. I'm actually gonna get rid of that log. And so we know the total transition, we need a float for curve time equals, let's call this total time equals 0f. And we'll say while total time is less than transition time, total time plus equals time dot delta time. Total time equals time dot delta time, and we're gonna yield just to get rid of the error because I don't like looking at errors. Yield return null, which basically lets us wait till the next frame. And the other thing we'll need to do is just save our starting transition and then the new size. So we already have new size. We can use that game object new size. Okay, all right, cool. So we have the new size, and then we need to save the start size. So this is going to be vector 3 start size equals u quaternion start rotation equals transform dot rotation and vector 3 start scale equals transform dot local scale. Perfect. Now what we'll do is transform dot position equals vector 3 dot lerp, which is, if you haven't heard of lerp before, it is your new friend. Lerp is, it's basically, think of it kind of like averaging over time, which is a really simple way of describing it, but it allows you to really get your animations to do whatever you want them to do. say new size of transform.position there, and then we're going to say it's total time divided by transition time. So that'll animate you over however much time you want it to take. So the interesting part here is if you want to move, what this will do is it's consistent over a set amount of time. You're going to move a constant amount. If you want to vary the amount of time, effectively moving at a set transition position, a transition movement, so like say 2 meters per second, as opposed to your transition to take 2 seconds, you'll need to vary this to work with time.delta time and moving a fixed distance to actually get to your position. But for now, we're going to use lerp so that we just every transition will take 2 seconds. And then we just need to copy this line for scale. We'll use the same thing, or very similar thing. So this is going to be local scale equals start scale and local scale. And do a very similar thing for rotation, except this one we're going to use quaternion, and we're going to use lerp. So that is a spherical interpolation, which works better with rotations. You can also use the lerp, but I don't actually know off the top of my head what the difference is. We can Google it after the fact, but no, if you're using quaternions, you generally want to use slurp. So that's lerp, slurp, lerp. So it'll update that every frame. We save the starting positions, which is our first parameter here. That these are our end parameters. And then we have the transition time. So that'll do it for this. One thing we're not doing is we're immediately turning off our avatar as soon as we click on it. We could change that so that it uses this animated transition to turn it off after as soon as we get there. For now, I'm not going to worry about that too much. It's a slight detail, not a big one. All right, so this should allow us to animate down and animate back up. We're not doing it on the return to get back to our size. We're just immediately doing that, but that's not terrible. All right, so turn on this controller here. Any day now. Cool. So now, that happened really fast. Oh wait, I'm not calling the coroutine. That's probably an important step, is actually calling this silly thing. Start coroutine, animated transition to new size, and then comment out these lines. Okay, I need to tighten this. Hassan's head is too big, at least for my head. Comment those lines out, and all right. Now that we're actually calling the thing, let's jump back into VR. That was still really fast. All right. So this, let's debug time. So it's total time, so that's 0. So what happens? So let's try this. Let's make it 100, see what happens. Make sure. So that's also instant. Is this saving? Yeah, it is saving. And we are calling our coroutine. So what I'm going to do now, total time is less, we're plus equalings on time by delta time. I'm going to go ahead and just run some debug calls to just make sure we're actually in here. Play. And so it does, which is interesting, right? So it calls hello 177 times. It's not changing. So let's actually take a look at what the camera rig values are as it moves to that new position. Oh, it is? Wait, what? I'm so confused right now. Because it does not look like that in VR. Oh wait, now it is. Is it still going? Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting. Let's try 2 seconds here. Again. Check. I want to make sure those values are happening. Because it's really hard to tell. Okay, so that is clearly working. Right. Because I made it a public value. Obviously, it's mapped onto our camera rig, so this should still be 2. If we made it 100, it'll obviously be a lot smaller. But yeah, I can definitely see the animation working. I'm wondering right now why that doesn't feel good in VR. Wait, what am I doing? I guess it's because my reference frame is just way too big, so I don't notice the difference all that much. What I'll do is let's go ahead and move this and make this kind of small and very close by. So like maybe 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Put it like yay, so maybe. Save that. Move that about here. So now it should look really small, and as we get closer to it, I should get a lot bigger. Yeah, that does it. And so you guys can see it off in the game view, but I mean, that seems to be doing the thing. We can change that value to be whatever we want. We can change that in the Spectre, which is kind of nice. But clearly we're animated down to our position. Let's actually try this out with multiple different game objects. So let's give that a shot. Go here. So what I'm going to do is bend down to scale down myself. So let's try that again. So that we get it every time we want. That moves me closer, animating it. I keep getting closer here. It does. I'll be honest. That does. I feel the motion sickness coming, which is just the reality of working on something like that. It's kind of a really weird movement system. That I mean, if you don't get motion sickness, that's great. If you do, I don't recommend trying that, or just try it once just to see how it feels, and then don't do it again. That's the reality of it. But yeah, that's animating it. So let me pull up the chat again to see if there's anything specific about that. Do you know where that comment was, Hassan?
Which one?
The one about animation.
Oh gosh.
Did it get buried?
We've been talking a lot.
That's what it looks like, which is awesome. I love this.
Yeah. It's from Haldun, Haldun.
Ah, cool.
And it's probably like midway through, a little higher up than midway through. I could come over there and help you find it.
I just want to make sure like I hit it properly. The other thing we can do is add Climby in. So definitely not midway through.
There.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's animate the scale.
That's where we were talking about it, but it probably got introduced higher. Yep. He's talking about it there.
Pivot point, right. Got it. So we did animating. We can add some Climby stuff in. We can actually move a lot of this stuff to Stone Fox's existing climbing area. So let's go ahead and do that, because we can. Let's go ahead, copy our camera rig here, and paste it, or let's copy these two. Anything else? We don't need the avatar because we're going to spawn it in. We don't need the sphere. We didn't. We added interact use to VRTK, so let's just double check that that exists in that example scene. I'm just going to dive into the climbing scene, which is actually one of my favorite scenes in VRTK. I just first have to find it. Climbing, falling. Cool. All right, this is the scene. Let's go ahead and paste this in. Paste. All right, so we have giant camera rig in here. Let's just double, this is just your standard camera rig, so I'm going to delete that. because we don't need that for playing around with this. Move this up a little bit so we're above the floor. Maybe make the size a little higher, so like, I don't know, 10? Yeah, 10 looks, okay, maybe not 100. That was a mistake. Yeah, 10 looks good though. Change this to be just camera rig. We don't need the number there. Let's make sure, we don't need scene changer for now. Let's make sure that our interact grab, interact pointer, does he have pointer, perf? Oh, so he does, so, okay, well, and disable teleport for now. Just because we don't need it. We'll add the, I'm actually kind of curious to see if this breaks things. Interact use. And in theory, we should be able to climb around now. I feel like I broke a lot of things, but we're going to figure that out. It's going to be great. Okay. Well, I was falling. Okay, so one thing I will do is I'm going to disable the body physics so I don't jump up like this, which is kind of weird. And so touchpad is not bringing up our Bezier pointer. I'm wondering why that is. The model container. Okay, so let's maybe re-enable SteamVR on these guys. Oh, auto-populate, that's a thing. Alright, so hopefully now it should find it. Yep. Alright, cool. So we spawned our avatar. I'm going to teleport down. That felt trippy. I'll give it that. Move over to here. Alright, so now, nice. Oh, God. Nah. I'm trying to be a sleuth right now, but clearly not working. Alright. Oh, fail. So much fail what happened right there. Move over like so. Become a ninja. Climb up the pole. And fail super hard. Let's see. I'm gonna zoom back down into you. I've recently been playing around with a climbing simulator as well. I do kind of, my personal take on it is that I like having, having the ability to use the trigger instead of grips for it. I don't know how that actually feels on the Oculus. Oh, whew, almost fell. Oh God. No! The fail is so real. I can climb here. Alright, someone's gonna have to take me out of this because I can, I'm not gonna lose until I get to the top. I think there's a, wait, oh God. No! Ah! Alright, what's the hack way to do this? I think it was, I don't know, it wasn't the yellow. I think it's the blue if I remember correctly. Let me zoom into that. Alright. What? Oh, you know what I'm doing wrong is I'm holding them the wrong way. I should be holding them like this. Whoa, almost fell there. Nice. No! Whoa. Alright, I think this is the top. Maybe? Okay, there's more here. Almost fell again. Yeah, this is the top. Alright. I think I can pull my, nope, I cannot pull myself up like that. Good to know. But yeah, okay, cool. So this is a different take on it. We've disabled the teleport. So normally what happens in here is you can teleport around. We can now God mode around. That's kind of cool. And yeah, very different take on it. The nice part is this does work with VRTK. So you can add it pretty much in any of these example scenes. So if you want to do it in the grabbing, you can do it in the grabbing. You can do it What are some other cool example scenes in here? Move in place. Restricted teleport zone. We're not doing teleporting though. Nav mesh. Talked a bit about that. It's a different take on out of ammo's method of it. Interactive pointer, FPS, we don't need that. Haptic rumble. That's actually missing from this now that I think about it. There should be some haptic rumble when you grab stuff. But that's nitpicking to the extreme right there. This is not meant for like a game per se. It's more meant to demonstrate you can do climbing really easily. Cool. Anything else popping up in the chat?
No. We're talking a lot about just models.
Models?
Yeah, modeling.
Oh, I didn't.
Lightsabers.
That's not part of this. Oh. We could throw a lightsaber in here, actually. if people are up for it, and I'll give this a minute. I think I know a way to hack in a lightsaber right now.
Yeah, so Roland has built one out, I think.
Right? Or it wouldn't be a lightsaber per se. It would be more like a janky lightsaber. I'll call it that. I'll call it the janky lightsaber. What I'd do is I would go and tilt brush and use the light thing to draw one. I was drawing one as a sketch, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And
How would
yeah,
you
you can
get
just
it in there, though?
you tilt brush SDK.
Oh, just export it?
Yeah, you just export it and brings it in. So janky, but it works. The real way you do this is with a particle system, or a mesh. Mostly a particle system though. I want to jump in. Do I have out of ammo right now? I might jump into out of ammo. If there aren't any other questions or things people want to see hacked in the next 20 minutes, because now's the time. I want to see if there's any details I might have missed that would be cool to build. So I'm going to do that. This was built in, no, I don't want to pull that up. It was built in Unreal. You used to get the black sidebars, but now you don't, which I think is interesting. I don't know if, well, it's built in Unreal, so there's no mixed reality support, unfortunately. Whenever they'll get that, I don't know. We could obviously build our own, but they're eventually gonna build it. That's the thing. Oh wait, I forget if you're. No. All right. I hate when Have you noticed that the Oculus? I find this so annoying. If you're using Steam VR and like for a split second it doesn't detect the Vive, it brings up the Oculus store, which I'm just like, why?
Really? Wait,
yeah.
What? Explain it again.
So if you have the Oculus app installed, and you are using Steam VR, if it doesn't detect the Vive, even if it's for a split second, it pops up the Oculus store. Which is so weird.
Yeah, that is pretty odd.
I mean, it's not Oculus's fault. It's definitely Steam is the one saying like, let's look for the Oculus ASAP.
Dude, something really scary happened the other day. You know how like the Oculus stuff like is running in the background?
Mm-hmm.
It like just took over like my computer pretty much. Like it was not took over, but like in my task manager, like I heard my fan going off and like my computer is getting really slow. It was taking up like 100% of like my, I don't remember what it was. It's crazy.
What could Oculus possibly do?
I don't know, man.
That is kind of concerning. Wait, why is it not finding my other controller? That is weird. Oh wait, no, there's the hand. Can I play out of ammo one-handed? In theory, yes. Oh wait, never mind. I can't teleport. If I can't teleport, I clearly cannot play out of ammo one-handed. Kind of bizarre. It's not finding it. Let's check. See, there it is. Oculus pops up again. Oculus. Oh, okay. Let me restart Steam VR because it sees my mixed reality controller. Let's bring back Steam VR. Turn on the controllers. All right. Let's jump back in here. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see if there's any other mechanics. Obviously, I didn't play around with the nav mesh. Wait. Oh, there we go. Yes, the other controller. What haven't I played recently? I haven't played Overwatch recently. What was? Oh, Vertigo is weird. I'm gonna jump into Alpine. No. There we go. I'm gonna jump into Alpine. Have you played Out of Ammo?
No, I haven't actually.
So
I'm gonna see it right now. I have seen it, but I haven't played it yet.
I got addicted to this for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Any of these games where you have like this perspective, they're pretty
God
fun.
mode.
Yeah. I've even tried some on gear where, I mean, you can't really walk around as much, but it's still really fun.
Yeah, the one thing I will say about this game is I kind of wish it scaled to play space, because right now if you have a huge play space, you have a big advantage.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I totally messed up that placement. Right now I have a really small play space. Let's go there. I need to deconstruct you. So yeah, there's a reason we said God mode for the tutorial. You can build your own like level editor with buildings and navigation and all of that fun stuff. That's probably a tutorial for another day. There's just too many things you can you can do. The reason I picked the night mode is because this is, although I think they patched it, it used to be one of the hardest maps. But the reason I like it is that you have a light on each of these soldiers that you can, okay, who is shooting? Okay. Get out of here. I'm failing so hard at killing them though. Alright, that takes care of those guys. Oh, come on. Get me a rifleman, fast! Faster! But yeah, the light in here works really well. Like, just to like, this, I mean, you really only use this in the night map mode. That's the thing. And I think, yeah, on this little guy here, yeah, this is like the darkest area of the map, but like a lot of enemies come by and you can, without the light, you get shreked. Oh, and the other cool thing about this map is that you have flares. I love the flares on this. Speaking of which, I need a flare over there because I'm not seeing it. And yeah, Hassan, feel free to stop me if there's anything in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to keep playing this for days.
Let's see.
Or at least until the end of the stream.
Nope. We just get people talking about different stuff.
Works for me too. What I should do though is pop up the chat on screen.
You did receive one request to build Half-Life 3.
On it. All right, in the next 10 minutes, we're gonna build Half-Life 3. Let's go.
That'll be a stream.
That. One of these days, maybe. All right, let me pull up that. I'm probably getting shreked right now. Oh, and I just killed. Well, whatever. Okay, maybe we'll just end it early. We'll stay in the chat for a little bit, but
We're good on time.
yeah, we
Pretty much.
have plenty of time. It's like about an hour 50. We could obviously just like stick around and play. We could play Out of Ammo for a while. We could play the Wave for a while. I think Hassan wants to play the Wave for a while.
So good. Everybody needs to try it.
Like,
that
go
was
right now.
incredible.
And then they have their own social lobby in there, which is really cool. But even just the DJ component is just worth it to experiment with
and
it.
The art, the shaders and the effects, being able to toggle them, having control over that, it's really wild.
There's that. I think there's we might do a stream on this actually. I think it was really cool, like mechanic wise, to change the pitch and the volume with like that 3D menu.
Yeah, totally.
I've never seen that anywhere. I think that was a really cool use case of it. It's like almost like I've seen data viz stuff where you have the 3 axes, but it's obviously the plot stuff. This was used effectively to actually go in and manipulate data as a kind of interface, which is you don't see it in the real world because it doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
But that does. Yeah, actually, let me go through the chat really quick. Obviously, this is the cut down version. 1995. What happened in 1995? I was barely born.
I forgot why we talked about 19.
Oh yeah, VR. So I didn't get to check the tutorials out here, but I want to check out what the VR Kid is doing. And I think Hassan mentioned this in the chat, but if you're in the Bay Area, definitely come by to any of the SVVR meetups. We're generally there and love connecting with everyone. It's so cool to see people in person. Saw a lot of people at the conference. I mentioned that last stream, and it was really cool to see everyone. So that's exciting. That's really exciting for us for sure. 360 stuff. Nice. Okay, yeah, the 360 stream is going.
Yep, right there.
Hello. Right behind me. Upgrade assistant.
Just a lot of installation.
Downloading. Do it, Roland. Do it.
Yeah.
We downloaded in like a minute, so definitely worth it. All right, cool. So yeah, definitely check out the Wave VR. Yeah, and I mean, this was, it's like one of these things we kind of put together at the last minute. And another thing, post in the comments if you'd be interested in seeing some guest developers from the Bay Area. That's something kind of want to start doing moving forward. Obviously we'll have the live streams as it is because they're really fun for us to do. But I think it'd be super cool to bring on some guest developers. Hint, that might be happening soon, whether you like it or not. Or at least we'll experiment with it.
Won't be very long.
Yeah, it won't be very long. Or yeah, just other tutorials you want to see, comments below. And that pretty much does it for the stream. If you haven't, make sure, and I feel like most of you guys have, which is awesome. If you haven't, make sure to like our Facebook page or follow us on Twitter. There's tons of content there if you want to keep up with what we're doing outside of these streams. And if you haven't also, definitely hit that like button or subscribe. That just helps exposure to share the word with as many other people through YouTube's algorithm. And yeah, that pretty much does it.
That's all. Yeah.
So this has been Fuse, man.
I'm Hassan.
We're signing out. We'll stick around in the chat for a little bit, but see you guys later. And boop.
They started talking about